Alright, welcome back to Ranma Half Anime Review, episode number 48. We are reviewing the 20th episode of the series, known as Okonomiyaki Means I Love You. So this episode covers chapters 85 to 87, and you're like, wait a minute, didn't last episode cover 70 73? It did. It appears at this point, for the last episodes, we've been just skipping chapters. Let's hope whenever they eventually go back in depth and stuff. Me. So, these episodes were originally adapted for episode 41 of the original show. This episode is noteworthy for the debut of Ukyo, which, of course, this actress, her English dub actress, Erica Martinez, well, here's the thing about her. This is actually her second series that was adapted from Ramiko Takahashi, the writer of the manga, where she basically plays a character, well, that was created by her. Get this. This woman was also the voice of Toa from Yashahime Prentice Half Demon, the sequel series to Inuyasha, who played the daughter of Susumaru. And also, this is currently right now one of like two anime I could think of and watch right now where she is in. The other being Isekai Quartet voicing her character from Konosuba Megumin. It's Megumin's voice actress. So Ukyo starts off wearing a mask for some reason, where, well, they a lot of the episode they think she is a he because she's a tomboy, and gets to a fight with Gintama, Rama's father, and proceeds to hit him in the face with her giant spatula. I should also point an interesting and fun fact about this character. Not just the fact that he has the same voice actress. Here's the weird thing about this. Like, in the original dub for the show, her English dub actress was also the voice of Sango from Inuyasha. Same character design. And here's the other Inuyasha. Of course, the Inuyasha connection is basically Toa and now her. Okay, so she is, well, her character design was reused for Sango. And aside from the fact she looks similar to Sango, the only thing she has to come with her is they love using big weapons for comedy. For Ukyo, it's basically a giant spatula. For Sango, it's a boomerang. But here's the difference between Sango and Ukyo. Sango does not have actual feelings for Inuyasha. Yeah, she was drunk and claims she did, but she really does not. She actually likes Moroku. And they get married and they have 3 kids together. Despite the fact that he actually wanted like 10 kids, but he only able to get 3. Yeah. So, in the case of her, she fights Gintama, and of course Ranma shows up. She gets chased away. And of course Ranma's about to go after her. And then he's stopped by his own father, who proceeds to step on his heel to stop him. And by the way, this whole situation with Ukyo is actually his fault, not Ranma's. Nope, it's not Ranma's fault. Oh no, it's all his father's fault. Of course it is, because he's a terrible father. So, and then of course, basically, like, someone named, and of course she's actually Ushio, then she shows up at school next day as a transfer student, where she is grilling Tokiyami on a skillet on the stand the teacher uses, which I found this quite interesting. And it's like, oh, I know you. Hi, Uchi-chan. And of course, she's like, gets to fight with them. Of course, she wears a uniform, not her regular attire. I should point out, though, that this particular series does a slight different color change with her normal attire. Because I remember in the original series, but much more lighter color. I think, and here's the thing, it's more like a lightish black, I think it is, like very light black. Here's much more darker. I'm guessing because it's Mappa, because they have a much more darker color palette when it comes to animation. So that's the reason why she looks a little different here. Yeah, but that's the only thing you think of is basically her shirt looks different. But mostly she looks virtually the same. And she challenges Ranma to a fight, to a duel, behind the gymnasium. And then we see a wrestling ring there, where instead of regular canvas, it's a freaking skillet. And in the middle is dough mixed with cement and glue. And they fight for a bit, and then of course he chases her out of the ring. And then of course he slices up it, uses her spatula to slice her up her outfit. And then they end up in the gym room, where then he accidentally, because despite the fact some people might claim he's a pervert, this is my pure accident. He accidentally touched one of her breasts. And that's when he instantly discovered that Ukyo is a girl. And here's kind of the thing. Why the heck is it Ranma's father's fault in the situation? Well, here's the thing. And it's revealed by the end of the scene here. So, Gentama was hungry, so of course Ukyo's father is like, I'll offer my daughter for marriage. He's like, and I'll give you my cart. And he just takes his cart and leaves it behind. And presumably that they were going to take her to Japan. Yeah. And Ranma points out, though, it's his dad's fault, not his. Because the fact gets revealed that, of course, according to Gentama, oh yeah, this little Ukyo is your fiancé. Despite the fact he's already engaged with Akane. And Shampoo is now claiming to be his fiancé too. So now currently at this point, Ranma has 3 fiancés. Of course there is the crazy lady who's also got things for Ranma. Yes, for some reason. I'm like, Ranma has like 4 women interested in him. 4 at this point. 4 women. One of whom's not shown up in quite a while. She popped up in maybe like 2 episodes of the previous season of the show. Oh, don't worry. She'll probably return because she pops up frequently with the whole manga. She's Kudo's sister. Yeah. And, well, and of course the father gets punched again. He of course keeps turning to Panda to avoid talking because he's a complete idiot. I mean, here's the thing. He forces his son to go to China to train. And then he comes back from China to Japan, finds that, oh, he has a fiance, and the fact that all this stuff is happening. And a lot of the stuff is, like, pretty much you can say a lot of the series at this point, a lot of the problems Ranma is having is mostly his father's fault. Yeah. Yeah, he caused a lot of the problems in the series, and will continue causing problems throughout the series for the entirety of it. Because Gentama is an idiot. And he does not wear anything else besides a karate gi. He does not wear shoes. His son does. At least he's polite to wear shoes because he dresses basically like Bruce Lee. I'm sure that probably Remiko probably based his design on, well, his outfit on one of Bruce Lee's attires. But of course, he also has a very similar design to the main protagonist of her first manga that was adapted for anime. Yeah. I'm planning on watching that really soon in the future, but watching the original show is kind of difficult given the fact it's over 100 episodes and like only the first 2 are dubbed. Like the remake is dubbed, the whole thing is dubbed. I can probably watch that one, no problem. But the original is going to be something else altogether. Yep, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up we have one core. Yep. Excuse me. And then right after that we have, well, so Jim wants to be a Kamen Rider. Yep. Next video. Bye.